What do you guys think? Who's this girl? Welcome to Fashion Friday. I have so much to talk to you guys about, share, show, all the things. So yes, come on back. We have lots to talk about. All right, you guys, welcome back to my channel. And I'm back from Colorado. And I had a great time, and yeah, we're going to talk about that as well. But we have to talk about the elephant in the room. So, okay, first of all, I did not yet cut my hair. I have not yet done this. So I got a wig so that I could try it out, get your guys' thoughts, your opinions, and I really am considering doing this. So I really want to get your guys' thoughts, your opinions on this, and you know, don't hold back because it's not going to hurt anything because this it hasn't been done yet. But I really, I really just want to move forward in my life in all ways. I want to become the woman that I am striving to become after I've been the woman that I never, ever want to be again. So here I am. I'm making moves in that direction, and I'm so excited to do that. And sometimes it means having new hair, new whatever, whatever you have to do, new. I want to get some new tea, the whole thing. So let me show you guys this hair. Tell me what you guys think. Okay, so this is the style. It's kind of like a shaggy, a little bit of a shaggy cut. I don't know what it's called. It has some fringe bangs. What do you guys think of the bangs? Let's talk about that as well, because I don't know, like I haven't had bangs since, I don't even know, a long time. So this would be a completely new look. The color is definitely darker, but it's warmer, and it really, I think, softens my face because I am like a warm autumn color palette, I guess. So I don't know. Here's the back. So it's like, it's not too short, but it's a nice length. It stays kind of like above my collar, and you don't have to, that's why I wear my hair up so much, is because it drives me crazy, honestly. Like, I don't know. There was a time for long hair, but I don't know that I'm that woman anymore. I'm ready to become this woman. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I am going to keep this on today because, I like it. So I don't know. You guys tell me. But I'm really wanting to do this. So I don't know. Yeah, let me know. I actually, oddly enough, I had an appointment the day after I got back to go to my hairdresser, and I had to cancel it, and I'll tell you about that in just one moment. But she was so sweet, and she has rescheduled me, but I'm kind of glad because I don't know. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna come back and talk to you guys about my trip. Okay, I don't know if you guys can tell. It's storming again. It's rainy. This summer has been a lot of storms and a lot of rain, to be quite honest. It hasn't been this beautiful, hot summer days, but that's okay because I'm ready for fall anyway, so I'm ready to move past summer. All right, so what I did is I don't know if do you guys watch Lisa D1? Anytime she goes on like a trip or something, she always takes photos, which is such a good idea. So then you can she can go back and kind of talk about her trip and then I'll throw photos wherever, up here someplace, and so you guys can kind of see as I'm talking about it. So I flew out on the 6th, I believe it was, and I flew out of Peoria, Illinois, because Allegiant was like a direct flight to Colorado, and so I had like a 2-hour drive to Peoria. No big deal. My flight didn't leave till later in the afternoon on Thursday anyway, so it was fine. Got there, got parked, and got into the airport, went right through security, no problem. I mean, I literally stood in line for like 10 minutes. It was no big deal. So everything was going great. Got on, finally boarded, got on the plane. Everything was great there. I was actually the very last seat, window seat of the plane. And I thought that was great. I don't know, there seemed to be like more room back there. It was close to the restroom. I didn't mind it at all. But anyway, arrived in Colorado at the airport there, and that's a little busy, a lot busier than Peoria, but no big deal. We, we as in me and all the other people that were on my flight, I made friends and we talked the whole time. But yeah, so it was really a good time. So got into Colorado, and my daughters, actually both of my daughters was there waiting for me. So they said, get on the train, it'll take you to the baggage claim area, and we'll be waiting there for you. So got there, and there they were. I was so excited. Got to see them. And I brought only a carry-on, so I didn't have to get baggage or nothing. I've never done that before, so that was interesting trying to pack for that, but it all worked out. So arrived in Colorado, got in the car with them, and we went back to my daughter's apartment. It was a perfect day. Of course, the traffic in Colorado is pretty busy. So it took us about an hour to get from the airport to her apartment. And we got there, and I don't know, everything, we sat and talked and laughed and, had a good time. And then my son-in-law and my other daughter's boyfriend and my 2 daughters and I were hungry. So we're like, by their apartment, there's like a whole bunch of food places. So we ended up going to this little smokehouse, and it was perfect. We sat outside. It was a great night. There was no bugs. It was perfect night. And I'll throw some pictures up here of like us all, sitting there and what I got to eat. I actually ended up getting like a smoked brisket burger, and they had this, they called it cream corn, but it was like an elote corn, so I don't know, it was really, really good. And quite a few of us ended up getting that. But so we sat and ate and talked and laughed, and I don't know, just had a great night. So that first night, what time did I get in? Let me think. I don't think I got into like 7 o'clock at night. So by the time we ate and everything, we were kind of winding down. We walked back to the apartment and sat and talked a little bit more, started to watch a movie, and I was like, I am exhausted. So they had a bedroom for me and had it all set up. It was so nice. And so I said, I'll see you in the morning, and I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. So I ended up going to bed around, 10:30, 11 o'clock, and had a great night's sleep. So the next morning, my oldest daughter had to work. So it was just me and my youngest daughter, because it was a Friday, so everybody else had to work. And she's like, I want to take you to this mountain lake, like the road to this place was like literally four-wheeling kind of thing. You needed a four-wheel drive truck, something that set up high because you were going over boulders, and it was interesting getting there, but we finally got there, and it was so beautiful. And I'll put some pictures up here, but there was a great waterfall, and the water was so beautiful. It wasn't crowded at all, which is believable because I don't know how many people would get up there. And we went paddleboarding. I had never been paddleboarding, and that's something she loves to do. It's one of those relaxing things for her. And so she's like, just get on, I'll do the paddling. We don't have to stand on the board. So I sat, crisscross applesauce on the board, and she was in front of me, and she had her paddle, and it was so relaxing. She paddled us over to the waterfall, and we sat there, and we talked for hours and just had a great afternoon. We brought food. We had stopped by Whole Foods before we left and grabbed some lunch things. She packed a cooler, ice. She was like completely an organized girl. She had everything ready for us. So it was just such a great night. We had so much fun, and I'm so glad I went. And in all honesty, I was kind of like a little hesitant maybe to go out there. I'm like, I'm 57. Do you think I'm going to go out and hike and paddleboard? And she's like, you don't have to hike. We're going to drive up there and it'll be fine. I'm like, okay. So she was right, and I'm so glad I went, and I had a very enjoyable time. So I'm thankful for that. So after we were done there, we finally got back to her apartment, and we were out in the sun for quite a while, so we were just exhausted and tired, and so we just kind of hung out that night. We didn't go anyplace or really do anything, and my other daughter and her husband came over, and we just kind of all hung out at the apartment, and I don't know, talk. That's what we do. We sit and talk and reminisce, and talk about things when they were growing up. And it's like, Mom, you never knew that this happened or that happened. So I don't know, it's always fun to hear these stories now. But we had a great time, and then decided, okay, it's time for me to go back to bed. So I did that again, and I think they might have stayed up for a little longer. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. But it went great, and let me think. The next morning, I remember. So the next morning, it was Saturday, and so we all got together, and we went to, I think kind of downtown area. There was a market gonna be going on, and it was like, I don't know, kind of like a maker's market kind of situation, but there was tons and tons of vendors in there, and it was like all, homemade jewelry and candles and pictures, and there was everything, really everything, spices, everything that you can imagine somebody can make, it was there. And there was, I bet, at least 300 vendors. It was a pretty big place. Before we actually went there, though, we were going to get coffee and, just kind of grab a little bite to eat kind of thing. And we did that. But there was also this vintage consignment, or I don't know, resale store, let's say. And I guess, Colorado has a lot of those. And I love to go to resale shops, especially in places that have really good, good items. I love to hunt for those special pieces. So we went in there, and we didn't get a lot of time the first time, but immediately I found a pair of brand new Levi's 501s that were a kind of a light tan, and I left them with my daughter. She's going to bring them back because I didn't have room in my backpack, basically. But perfect jeans, you know, brand new. And I'm like, I need these. These are, and they were like $30. So I'm like, okay, yay. And so we left, we got coffee. That's what we did. And then we decided, let's go back there. Everyone wanted to go back, not just me. So we went back again, and this time we spent a lot more time there. You guys, if I had a retail, like vintage kind of resale shop like that around me, I'd be there every single week. So we're in there, we're all finding all these amazing pieces and trying stuff on. And I ended up finding this, like, I don't know, dark green, of course, suede jacket, kind of a crop suede jacket. It's literally amazing. It's beautiful. And this is authentic, like, suede. It's not faux suede. It was real suede. I tried it on. It literally fit like it was made for me. I'm like, I have to get this. This is amazing. So I'm like, okay, how much is this going to be? I look at the price tag. It was $38. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, everything in the store was roughly around $30. I'm like, no way. So, of course, I'm getting that. And then I'm still looking at jackets and stuff. And I found this Lululemon jacket, kind of like a transitional jacket, spring, fall kind of thing. But you know how much Lululemon stuff is anyway. And I put that on. It was perfect. Once again, $30. I'm like, okay, this is insanity. This is so good. So ended up getting both those jackets and then that pair of jeans from the first, you know, stop in there. But everyone found things. My oldest daughter ended up finding this amazing leather blazer, authentic, really real leather, not faux leather. And she put it on, and I'm like, literally, you have to get this. You cannot leave this behind. She agreed. She ended up getting that, and it's one of those pieces that she'll hopefully have forever because it's absolutely beautiful. It was so pretty. It was like this beautiful, rich brown, and yeah, she just looked great in it. I was so happy she found that. So yeah, and then my youngest daughter found some pieces as well, and I don't know, we had so much fun in there. But then we're like, okay, we got to go and get over to this market. So we got to the market, and, you know, there's, like I said, tons and tons of amazing things there. Now, the only drawback to this whole thing was that it was like 100 degrees out. And then you're inside this building, this market with, I don't even know, thousands of people in there. And so it got really hot, and we spent a lot of time in there, but I didn't end up buying anything. Not that I wouldn't or didn't want to. There was several things. I actually found a watch I really wanted in there. It was like a bracelet watch. It was so pretty. But it was so hot, and it was so crowded, and we just ended up at whatever point, after a couple hours of being in there, I don't even know, we ended up leaving and deciding we need to go sit in some air conditioning and get something to eat. So we ended up leaving and going over to, we actually went to a restaurant just right up the road first of all. We got in there, we sat down, and no one ever came. You know, they were so busy, and they just kept walking by. And, you know, at one point, I think my daughter's boyfriend, Ryan, said, hey, you know, we're here, we're ready. And he's like, yeah, we're just really backed up and busy, so we'll be with you whenever we can. Well, we sat and waited probably another 15, maybe 20 minutes, and we decided, no, we can't. So we left there, and my youngest daughter said, her name's Madison, by the way. Madison said, let's go to Shake Shack. It's right up here. So we ended up going there, getting some burgers and drinks and sitting in the air conditioning, and it felt amazing. So yeah, I think I had a couple pictures that I took in Shake Shack because I was just so thankful to be in there, first of all. But so after we left there, we went back to Madison's apartment, and Madison and Ryan, their apartment, and just chilled out for a while because this was Saturday night, so they had planned for us to go to an amazing dinner Saturday night. We went to, well, we got ready and everything, but we ended up going over there. I think we had 8 o'clock reservations, and it was like I don't know, like a supper club, but it was like everybody goes there every single week. Everyone knows each other, and it's like, hey, how you doing? And you know, the wait staff is just amazing, and it just felt like a place you literally would want to go every single week and, you know, have, I don't know, a cocktail and have a great meal and see friends, and I don't know, it was that kind of a place. So as soon as we got in there, the vibe was like amazing. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad this is the place you guys chose. And they had never been there, so it was all of our first time there. And they had like everything. Like, it was literally like a supper club. So you could get anything from their specialty dishes. Like, they had this like sugar rub steak. It like ends up getting like caramelized. They put this sugar rub all over it, and then when they cook it, it caramelizes, and I don't know, it sounded amazing. Madison got that. I ended up just getting the aged like ribeye, and what else did they get? We got aged ribeye, and we got like the mushroom, Worcestershire mushroom gravy on the steak, and baked potato loaded up, a salad. It came with like bread rolls, you know, the amazing like butter, and then I think several of us, I don't know how, maybe all of us except Ryan, got like a cocktail, and we just, I don't know, we just sat and had a great time. It was the perfect ending to my visit with them, you know, as far as like what we were going to do. I was leaving on Sunday, and so yeah, it was just a great wrap up to an amazing time with them, and I would, you know, love to go back there. If I don't know the name. If I can I'll try to find out the place from my daughter, and I'll put it up here, but it was so good. I highly recommend it. And then, you know, we left, and we were all full and, I don't know, happy, and it was just a great night. And I do have pictures that we took, me and my daughters, and I'll put up my daughters and their significant others as well, so you can kind of, you know, see who I was with and everything. But we had a great night, and yeah. So we got back and sat up for a while, watched a movie, or started to watch a movie, and I was like, I gotta go to bed. This is old lady here. I'm usually in bed, I don't know, 9 o'clock. But I don't usually go to sleep at 9, but I'm in bed. But so next morning, I'm sorry this is taking so long, you guys. Next morning I got up, and we went and got coffee and like danishes, or I don't know, croissants and whatever, and came back to the apartment, and we were gonna just go hang out at the pool and, you know, just do that before I had to get taken to the airport. But when we got back from getting coffee and stuff, it was hot out. I mean, it was like gonna be another scorcher day, and I was just like, let's just stay inside. And they were like, yeah, let's do that. So we just hung out in the apartment until they had to take me to the airport. And so I packed up my bags and everything, and we left, I don't know, maybe about 1:30 in the afternoon. I had I think it was like a 4:30 flight. So, got dropped off at the airport, you know, said our goodbyes and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And went in and found my gate. Everything was going great and just waiting to board. And then, dun dun dun, yeah. And then we finally were boarded. Everything was seeming to go great. We started, you know, taxiing down the tarmac or whatever, you know, getting ready to take off. Jets are going and it's sounding like we're getting ready to, you know, go. And then all of a sudden it goes, you know, and it kind of powers down, you know, that sound. And it's like, oh, okay, what's happening? So it powers down and we're sitting there, and all of a sudden the captain comes on and he's like, okay guys, we are going to go, I'm going to taxi over to a different area. We need to take a look at, I don't know, some computer system. You know, there was some error and they have to make sure everything's in obvious, which I'm grateful for, but everything's in working order before they take off. So, you know, he's like, it shouldn't be very long. We're gonna, you know, go through the powering that down and basically starting it back up and see what's wrong. So we're like, all right. So we're all just hanging out and no big deal. And it was 1 hour, then 2 hours. And we're all kind of like, you know, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, you know, the captain comes back on now after a couple hours. And he's like, well, we're going to have to go back to the gate. And we have some mechanics coming out that are going to come on the plane. And they're going to, you know, fix it. And then we can take off. Everything's going to be great. And, you know, we're looking at probably another 45 minutes. You guys can obviously roam around the cabin, go to the restroom, do the things you need to do. We're like, okay, you know. So we were like, you know, this is a bummer, but we want it to be, you know, safe to travel, obviously. So he takes us finally to, like, not really a gate, but sitting outside the gate area on the tarmac area, and apparently someone's coming out. And then he's like, oh, we gotta refuel as well, so we have a fuel truck coming up beside us. And so all this is going on, and, you know, 45 minutes turns into another couple hours. So, you know, by this time we're on the plane sitting in our seats for 4 hours. I was starting to get I just wanted off the plane, honestly, at that point. I'm like, why are we having, I don't even know that they can do that. So we're kind of talking, and, you know, there's several of us, you know, that are sitting next to each other, and we're talking like, I don't think that they can keep us on the plane like this long. We don't have water. They didn't give us water. They didn't give us anything to eat. You know, it was just like, yeah, this is not going to work. So then finally they're like, okay, well, we're going to give you guys some water. So they come around, not with like the drink card or something like that. They come around with this like warm bottle of water, and they give us literally like in a, you know, those little glasses. I don't know. They give us like, it was filled a quarter of the way. Basically like, just put some liquid in your mouth. And then they're like, here's some savory crackers. Well, they weren't crackers. They were like croutons I don't even know what they were. They were disgusting. And I can't have gluten. So the first ingredient was wheat. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to eat this. So I don't know. It was a lot, you guys. And we were on the plane at like 4:30. And around 9:30, they said, okay, we're going to have you guys all deplane and go inside this little holding area. You guys can't go anyplace because we have to be able to keep an eye on you because we can't take you back through security. So we all go in and we're hoping they're going to give us a meal voucher. You know, it's like, I don't know, 9:30 at this point, you know, and we've been on the plane. We haven't had nothing to eat or drink. You know, there were so many little kids on. I'm like, I felt so bad for the, you know, for those parents and the kids. But so 10:30 rolls around and they finally come on, you know, like the desk area and that little holding area. And they're like, we are going to give you meal vouchers. And we're like, really? Okay, so they went through and called everyone's name and you had to go up and grab this piece of paper. So, you know, that took a long time. But we get our meal vouchers and they are for $12. Well, I don't know if you guys have been in an airport lately, but just a bottle of water is like $4. So there was nothing we were going to get as a meal for $12. But I guess at this point we're grateful that we even got that. So we go up to, you know, me and some of the women that, you know, I've been talking to, sitting with, we go up to get something to eat. There's nothing. Everything's closed. The only thing that was open is Starbucks and McDonald's. So we're like, well, let's do this. So a couple of them went to Starbucks. Well, Starbucks tells them, we don't accept vouchers. And they're like, are you kidding? So they come over to the McDonald's line. And the lady's like, you're the last ones we're serving because we're closing. We literally were the very last. Nobody else was able to get food. It was unbelievable. And even in the McDonald's, they accepted the voucher, but they wouldn't give you any change back. Like, so if you only ordered a burger or something, you know, it's like $6. You didn't get your $6 back. So you had to order $12 worth, you know. It was just crazy. But we were happy to have food. We were off the plane, you know, getting something to drink. So, you know, life was looking better. And so we go and we're sitting back down and it's 10:30, 11 o'clock, probably closer to 11. Then they decide, okay, you guys, we are not going to be flying out tonight. So we are sending you through this other, I don't know, this other company that they must work with, $200 like hotel and transportation credit. So we're all trying to figure out, they didn't give us a hotel to go to or nothing. They just said, you're on your own. Here's, you know, this credit. So we're like, well, all the, you know, a lot of the hotels around there are, you know, $150, $200, you know, and then it was $75 for a lift, you know, like to get to the hotel. It was expensive. So several of us ladies were talking, and there was a gentleman that was sitting with us too, and we were all discussing like, well, what are we gonna do, you know? And the one guy's like, well, how would you guys feel if we just rented a car and we just got out of here and y'all have the $200 credit and we'll get reimbursed for our flight, because if they cancel a flight, you can get reimbursed for it. So we were talking about doing that, and from Colorado to Illinois, it's like probably 14-hour drive, which means we would be up all night driving. So we were like, you know what, this does not, first of all, sound like a good idea since we've been up sitting in this plane. We're going to be tired. Driving through the night doesn't sound good. And, you know, not to be like, you know, mean, but us women, we're like, and is it a good idea to travel with a man that we don't know? You know, it's like, oh, I don't know. So we decided not to do that. So instead we decided, let's all share a room. So we'll get one hotel room, like us four women, not the guy. Let's get a hotel room. We'll split the cost. We'll throw in whatever, $50, $100, whatever it was. And we'll get a room, and we'll get 2 queen beds, you know. And we were, at this point, we were friendly. We were all very happy to have one another, honestly. So we decided to do that. We get out of the airport, and we're standing in the shuttle line where the hotel shuttles are so we can go over there. Of course, we're calling to get a room. The rooms are fine. We got a room. They're like, the shuttle is on its way. It should be there. We're standing there. I mean, we were out there overall for like an hour and a half. We kept calling the hotel. We're like, the shuttle is not here. They're like, it just left. It was there. We're like, we're literally standing here. There's no shuttles. And, you know, talk about gaslighting. We're like, there's no shuttle. There's nothing here. So, long story short, we never got the shuttle. So, at this point, my daughters are like, we'll come get you. You can stay here again. And then, you know, the other women were like, one of them went with their son that lived there. And then the other 2 were like, well, we were here, like, meeting friends and stuff. Like, we don't have any place to go. And I don't know, I just felt like I shouldn't abandon them. I don't know. So I'm like, no, you guys, I told my daughters, I'm like, you guys go to bed. You have to work tomorrow, the whole thing. So I'm like, I'll be fine. We're going to stay here at the airport. We'll find a place just to hang out and whatever. Well, it was horrible. Me and a couple other women stayed in the airport. I would not recommend. It was absolutely awful. And at this point, we're not through security because we had left out of the airport. So in order to get to the area where there's some comfort, you know, and there's food and everything, that was through security. And security didn't open back up until 3 a.m. So it was just an awful night, honestly. Trying to get back through security was also awful because the flight that they rebooked was not showing up as an actual flight on the computer, so we couldn't get through security. They said, no, you're going to have to go to the Allegiant ticket counter, and they're going to have to print you out like an actual boarding pass because we won't let you through security without that. It was literally one thing after another. It was like, I couldn't believe that this was happening. So we had to wait for the ticket counter to open, and that wasn't until 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, horrible. Our flight was scheduled for 9:30. So anyway, we ended up getting those boarding passes, got through security, got to the gate, got some food, got some coffee, you know, got to the gate. We're eating, having, you know, like, okay, this is almost over. We're going to get on this flight. We're going to get home. I'll drive the 2 hours back, you know, to my home, and everything will be fine. I'll go to sleep. It's all good. So we're eating and waiting for this 9:30 flight, and 9:30 comes and goes. 10:30. And I'm like, what's going on? So finally, you know, one of the staff comes over the speaker, and they're like, you know, for flight 30, blah, 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 whatever it was, we are waiting on the plane to arrive. So there's a plane from Arizona coming, and so as soon as it gets here, we'll get you guys boarded, and we'll be on our way. So we're like, well, they must not have got that computer situation taken care of, so they got us a new plane, which, you know, I'm happy for that. I don't want to fly on a plane that's broken. So, you know, we're like, all right, well, you know, that happens. So we're still being very patient. Patient was the key word through all this, patience. So we're being patient, and we're all just like, pretty much the entire plane at this point, we're all best friends because we've been talking, you know, we're like, we could have a reunion, and you know, that's how we just became all really good friends. So we're all talking. It's like, you know, I'm going to talk. We're going to need to get reimbursed for some things here. Anyway, and then they come back on the speaker again, and they're like, you know, the plane's here, but the crew isn't here. We don't know what happened. They're still at the hotel. We're like, what? So we made it on time. We've been sitting here, but the crew's not here. So that was starting to get, we were getting annoyed. I'm not going to lie. We were getting annoyed. So then third time comes on, you know, and they're like, all right, the crew is here, but they went to the wrong gate. So as soon as they get here, we'll start boarding and we'll be on our way. You guys, finally, they arrive and we get boarded. It's like, I don't know, 11 o'clock at this point. And captain comes on. He's like, we got the plane. We got our plane fixed. Everything's, you know, we're ready to go. So thank you guys for being so patient, and we'll be taking off here. So we were like, so the entire time they were saying, oh yeah, this plane's coming and we got a new plane. It was all lies. Like they were just like lying, like just to have some story to tell us so that they, I don't even know. I mean, but at this point we're like, whatever. We just want to get home. So we finally get going, and he's like, we're going to make up time in the air. We're going to, normally this is like a 2.5-hour flight, which isn't bad, but we got back to Peoria. Finally, you guys, we got back to Peoria in 1 hour and 20 minutes. We were like, yes, you know. So it all ended well, but you guys, it was something. It was horrible. I'm not gonna lie, it was horrible. I'm thankful to be home. I'm thankful to be safe. I'm thankful everyone made it safely, the whole thing, and I had a great trip. Other than that return flight, I had a great time. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys about that because it was crazy and it was a lot. I got back to the airport, found my car, and had a 2-hour drive ahead of me. But you know what? I was thankful to be in my own car and to be driving. And I got home and everything was great. And I literally went to bed. So I slept for quite a while. So anyway, that was my trip to Colorado. And I know this is long. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to show you some stuff, though. I've got clothes here. I'm sorry this is going to be long, you guys. You're just going to have to get some snacks. I'll be right back. Okay, as always, let's first talk about what I'm wearing. So this is what I kept from that short story. So I wanted to show you this shirt. I'm going to move you back a smidge here. All right, so I wanted to show you this shirt because this is the only thing I ended up keeping. I was going to keep a couple other items, and at the end I was just like, you know what? I don't love it. I don't need it. I don't want it. So I didn't. So I don't have any shoes on right now. I just have a pair of like these Quince pants on, comfy. You know, it's raining. It's just a crappy day out, and it's really about my hair. So that's what I wanted to focus on. And this shirt's so pretty. I do really like this shirt. I think it will look really good with, well, anything. And like a little blazer action over it. I think this is good. So anyway, so what I want to do is I want to show you the pieces that I finally got in with my final pieces with Nordstrom. So I don't know, did you guys have problems like getting your orders? Like it seemed like it took forever. I'm just like, hello. I don't know. It's a mess. I think some of it has to do with like, I don't even know. Maybe I'm wrong. I was going to say the tariff situation. I don't know. I heard some things, but anyway, whatever. I finally got it, so let's go over it. All right, so I ended up getting this. Well, maybe this is not. No, this is not part of the Nordstrom. Sorry. Let me find it here. All right, here we are. This is the my Nordstrom stuff. So I got that Ralph Lauren sweater. It's kind of like a tannish gold. So I got that. And I'm going to try this stuff on. You guys, we'll just get through this together. It might be longer, but it's all right. BP sweater. Just because I was watching one of the people I watch, and they had gotten this, and they were talking about how amazing this sweater was. It was not expensive. It was like, I don't even know, 30. I don't even know. Let me look here. Is that on here? Not sure. I'll have it listed. But, I mean, the sale's over, so I don't really know what it was. And I got these amazing little joggers by Commando. They're like faux leather, but you guys, these are so cute. I can't wait to try these on for you. I like those. I got my AG Brinley. I'll try those on. I'm not sure about this, you guys. You know how I have like quarterback shoulders? This definitely accentuates it, and I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't think that I'm going to be able to keep this. But I'll try it on. A blazer. I got my suit that I really wanted. I tried that. This is the one I tried on in Wisconsin at the actual Nordstrom. Finally got this in. And what else? That is not. Oh, I know. I got my boots in. These were the Naturalizer booties. And I got those Guess. Is that what they are? Guess? Yeah, Guess brand tall boots. Leather tall boots. I needed, believe it or not, my tall boots are either, they're not black or they're suede. And I didn't have any leather, so I got those. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. So this is that jacket. Now look, I mean, it's supposed to be oversized, so I get the oversized, but look, I mean, these are for real shoulder pads. Like, I literally look crazy. I think they look crazy. Now the pants are really cute. They're just like little jogger, like leather, faux leather. That's not real. But, so I thought it would look really cute with like, this oversized blazer kind of situation. But, and I like the color of the blazer, the shoulder pad. I mean, these are, I think they're like crazy. And it's really oversized. And this is like an extra small. So, you guys, do you agree that I should send this back, right? Yeah, I'm thinking for sure. Anyway, this is by Edikted is the brand on this. And I thought about, well, I could cut the shoulder pads out, but why would I want to pay money and then cut up the inside of the blazer? Anyway, so I grabbed a different blazer just to kind of show you the same idea of this with, this is my blazer, which I like it. I got it from the Nordstrom sale last year. And this might not be the right one with these pants, but at least it's not way oversized. It fits. So, yeah. I think this is Sync-A-Cept. Sync-A-Cept is the name or the brand. Anyway. So I think that these pants are really cute though. And I think it would look good with a sweater, a blazer, I don't know, a button down. I think you can do a lot with these pants. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep these. I I really do like those a lot. And let me throw these sweaters on. So this is that Ralph Lauren. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna get it, and then I thought, you know, let's get it and try it. So we'll see. So this is, I believe, an extra small. Let me cuff these up. It has like the cable stitching, humongous Ralph Lauren label, or branding, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a nice sweater though. What do you guys think? Is this a keep or is this a go back? Yeah, I like it. I like the V-neck on it too. I'm not the lover of crew necks, but I mean, I wear crew necks, but they're not my favorite. So yeah, I like this one. All right, you guys tell me what you think of this. I pretty much already know what we're gonna all agree on with the blazer, because we're all going to say that it looks ridiculous. So I'll be right back. All right, I have this suit on, which, you know, when I ordered the pants, I thought I was ordering the same size that I tried on in Wisconsin. I tried on the 0 in Wisconsin, and I don't know why, but I ordered the 00, and I think that I think they look good. I don't know, you guys tell me. And then the blazer is in an extra small, so I feel like it's true to size. I heard some people saying that they thought it ran small. I mean, I think it's true to size. So let me show you this. So this is the suit. I think it's a nice suit for a very good price. And so yeah, the pants, I think they fit good. They're not, I don't think they're too tight, or they're just not as, I guess, loose as I thought they were. So I ordered them in the 00, and I think I'm just gonna keep these. I don't think they look too small. You guys tell me what you think, but I think that they actually look tailored. They look like they probably should look. So yeah, I like this jacket too. I can wear this obviously with a lot of things. I don't have to just wear it with the pants. Yeah, I think it's really nice. So, and then I have it on with a pair of Time and True. Have you guys seen these? They're like the suede little kitten heel sandal. Has kind of like the little toe area, so it just helps everything stay on. They don't flip-flop, you know, I hate that. That's why I don't wear flip-flops a lot. I don't like the sound of them. I think they're annoying. But these do not do that, so happy to report that. I think they're cute. And then I could wear this suit with a sandal like I have on right now, or one of the pair of boots I got. And all right, I'll try some more stuff on. I'll be right back. Okay, I have on that BP sweater. This is like in a royal blue. Really, really soft, oversized, comfy. This is an extra small, and it's just, I mean, it's not any kind of an amazing sweater. I just liked what they said, how comfy and cozy it is, and it was like really inexpensive. I don't remember exactly. And then I have the AG Brinley. They're kind of like a straight leg, a little loose, oversized, I don't know. I got these in a 23, size 23. And They're just like a jean that you'll just want to wear. They feel lived in. They feel like I've owned them for years. I love AG. It's one of my favorite denim brands. So when I can get them on sale, that's a good thing. And the wash of them, it's nice. They're not really dark. They're not really light. They're just kind of that in-between lived-in feel and look. Then I put it on with those boots, Naturalizer leather boots. Again, I didn't have black, just regular black leather. That's why I picked those two up in the tall and the short booty. So yeah, this is just a fun, like, no thought necessary kind of Saturday outfit for me, you know. So I wish that this color was a little on the warmer side as far, not material thickness, but color, like a kind of a warmer blue. I don't know. Do you guys think this looks okay? Like the coloring? Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't really know. You guys tell me. So I like it, but I also I just want it to look good. I don't want to clash, especially if I end up doing this. So, all right. This was the last of my Nordstrom stuff, except for I didn't try these on yet. Maybe I'll try them on with something else. But that was the last of my Nordstrom stuff. I do have some other items that I wanted to show you, and I'll just start throwing stuff on and I'll tell you where I got them. Alrighty, these next few items I'm going to be showing you are from TJ Maxx. I was in there looking for some stuff to take with me to Colorado. Like, that's where I got my backpack. And I was walking through and found just some, like, cute pieces for very inexpensive. This is by, like, Cupcakes and Cashmere is the name, the brand on this. But look at the detail. It actually, the reason I even paid attention to it initially is because it really, I felt Farm Rio from it. What do you guys think? I don't know. I think it's really cute. Look at the back of it. So it's completely decorated in this florally, I don't know. I just thought it was really pretty, interesting. So yeah, that's the first shirt I got. All right, here is the next one. This was, or is, a top by Rachel Zoe. It's like really flowy and romantic. It has like this attached little scarf thing. I thought just was really cute. You know, it's really flowy, whimsical, I don't know, romantic. I just thought this was really pretty, and it was $10. I'm like, you know, for $10, I just think it's really pretty. What do you guys think of this? I like it. I like it a lot. So, I mean, it is definitely oversized. I mean, it's not really oversized. It's supposed to be like this. This isn't extra small, but it's just how it is. Anyway, it's really pretty. Okay, then I grabbed this. This is by Modern Works. Another $10 piece. What they were doing when I was in there, they were like clearancing all kinds of stuff to get, I think, to get any summer stuff out of the store, bringing in fall, winter kind of things. So everything was like marked down to $10. I just think this is really a nice, you know, sleeveless blouse you could wear alone. You could wear it under a blazer, a coat. I don't know. I just like the pleating in it. I thought it was interesting. So yeah, for $10, I'm like, yes, I can do that. Let's do that. I just like it. What do you guys think? This is a top by that Cupcakes and Cashmere brand again. And it's just, I don't know, a pullover little tank top. But it was in this zebra, tiger kind of print. And as, you know, we've seen in the Nordstrom sale, this was like a pretty popular print. So when I saw it in TJ Maxx for $10, I'm like, yeah, let's get that for $10 instead of expensive at Nordstrom. So, and I just threw it on with a little leather short sleeve jacket. I've shown you guys that I have. But I just think it's really cute. And I thought, once again, for next to nothing, it makes sense. And this is definitely on trend for this fall as far as the pattern, design, whatever. So, and it has like some ruching here on the side. So it has a little bit of interest and detail along with it. It's nice and cropped, so you don't have to really tuck it in. I just thought it was a good, buy. So got that one. Okay, then I picked up this little shirt from TJ Maxx. It's by Mellow Day. Mellow Day is the name of the brand. And I just threw it on with this brown leather coat that I have. Take it off. I got this coat like a couple years ago from Loft. It's the Loft Versa. Anyway, so this is like a kind of like another Zeiger look. But it has like kind of like a little bit of a peplum bottom to it. So once again, like I like the details. I like the print because I know that this is going to be trending. So again, for, you know, $10, I'm like, this makes sense. Let's get these kind of pieces for the trends, you know, and spend $10 instead of even Nordstrom sale. It's a lot more than $10. So yeah, what do you guys think of these Zeiger design? Do you like it? Do you think it's weird? I kind of like it. It's interesting. So, and I like the color, like brown and cream. Those are definitely in my color wheel. All right, I'll be right back. All right, then I picked up this little jacket blazer thing. It has like a hook and eye closure. It kind of has like a, I don't know, tweed. And it has, I don't know, like, it kind of looks sparkly. I don't know. The thread going through it has like some shimmer. But and then it has like the denim. I just thought it was interesting. But here's the real reason I really got it. Can you see that? Is it focusing? $13. $13. This is by Nanette Lepore. I'm like, for $13, like that just, it's almost a crime to leave it. So I'm like, $13, I got it. So I thought it's fully lined, and I don't know. I just thought it was something, it's different. It's not like anything I have. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty good deal. And I picked up this little top. This is by Goody Two Sleeves. That's cute. This is just a fun top. It's not anything, I don't know, that's, you might not even like it. I just like it because I like interesting, fun. So it's a little t-shirt. I don't even know, Los Angeles. And it has like built into it Goody Two Sleeves. It has like two sleeves because it has like the look like you're wearing see-through like undershirt thing, but you're not. I just thought it was really cool. And this just looks like I would wear this on the weekend, you know, for sure. So I just thought it was cute, and so I grabbed it. And then I got one last thing at TJ Maxx, and it was this outfit by Rachel Zoe. I'll put it on because it looks better on, actually. So let me put that on. I'll be right back. Okay, before I put that other one on, I want to try on the rest of the shirts that I have here for you guys to see, so I don't have to take off my jeans and put them back on. Anyway, this is from the Willow Tree Boutique. This is by Umji, and it's just a little blouse tank, but I like the design in it. It has kind of like kind of a velvet design, and the bottom is like that, it's banded, so it's kind of like the bubble hem. I love shirts for the fall and stuff that don't have sleeves, so I can wear it under blazers and jackets, and I don't have to feel really restricted. Do you guys hate that like I do? Like when you feel like you can't move? Anyway, it just zips up the back there, and so a couple more shirts. I'll be right back. Okay, I have a little sweater, short sleeve sweater, cardi button down thing on. Again, from the Willow Tree. I just like the color. It's green. But I like the shade of green. It's definitely something I don't have. I think this color is interesting. I like it. So, I don't know, does it look okay? Some greens can not be good on me, but I think this is still, I think this still works. It has that yellow kind of undertone, which makes it more of a warm green. So that's what I need. I need to stay away from like the cooler colors, cooler shades. So yeah, I like this. It's really comfortable, and it's just one of those easy pieces that I would throw on, you know. You don't know what to wear. This is like something I would just like, this works. So, and then you could wear it, if I can get it open, you could wear it open as well. So, depending how you want to wear it. And this is by, let me look. Ontro is the brand. So yeah, just I just like the color really. And I like the sweater too, because there again, I don't like to be overly hot in the winter. But I don't want to be cold. I want to be just right. Couple more, we're almost done. Okay, this is like a chartreuse green, I think it is. Yellowish green. Can you see it kind of changes colors, but it's really pretty. It's like velvet, and it has like a kind of a pink floral design in it. I don't know, I just thought it was really pretty. I like interesting pieces like this. So I was thinking, you know, this could be a good piece for, well, I would wear it just on a Tuesday, but like you could dress it up or whatever you want to do. It is lined as well. So there is kind of like a, the velvet, but it also has, what's that called? I can't remember, you guys, but you could see through it if it wasn't lined. So it is lined with, so you can't see through it. I know it's like on the tip of my tongue what this is called, but I can't right now say the words. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought this was really an interesting and cute little piece as well. Okay, last thing I got from the Willow Tree was these, who's this by? Dear John is the brand. Overall, but they are like a barrel, like a mini barrel leg. I don't know, I thought they were really cute. So yeah, What do you guys think of these? I think I can get some fun use out of these. I like these. And I forgot to show you this purse I picked up at TJ Maxx when I was in there. It's so cute, you guys. Look at this. Is this like not completely for this season? It's like a chocolate, I mean it's faux suede, but who cares? Look at the top of it. It like zips at like an angle. I don't know, I just thought it was so cute. This is by Margot is the brand. I like the gold hardware with it. I think it's so cute. It's just totally fits into this fall season. Really cute bag. It was like $40. So I'm like, okay, yes. So yeah, I didn't buy any handbags or nothing like from the sale because I got that Gucci bag and then I just pick up little bags like that and I'm happy with those. Oh, let me try on this last outfit I told you from TJ Maxx and we'll be done. Just 1 minute. Okay, I have this on. Now this is by Rachel Zoe. And this was at TJ Maxx for $13. Now, this skirt and the shirt were $13. I'm just like, I think it's so cute. It has like this ruffle detail at the bottom. It has pockets. It has like a tie waist with little gold hardware at the end. What do you guys think? Do you think this is worthy of $13? Like, when I was in there, they were like literally getting rid of everything. And you could wear them separate as well. You wouldn't have to wear this as one outfit. But I'm thinking going on vacation this winter, and I could wear this. So I thought it was definitely worth $13. I like it. I mean, it's not something I would spend a lot of money on, and I didn't. I want to put those boots, at least one of these boots on for you as well so you can see in case you were interested in getting these at some point. But they are the Guess brand, and these are leather. They're the ones that, I think they also had like a, the snake. It's like the python maybe, or snake, some sort of snake print. But I needed a pair of black leather. I didn't have any, so I'm like, I better just get that. Well, anyway, these are the boots. Can you see them? I think they're nice. They're like a nice heel height. They don't have any embellishment on them, which I actually like. So that even the zipper is black, everything's black. And I like that. I like the toe. Let me show that to you. I think these were like on a sale, $140, maybe $50. But the toe is kind of not quite pointed, but not square either. And I like that. For me, that's a great toe. I also like that this part that shows isn't like that tan color that they use on the bottom of boots and stuff. So it's all literally, the whole thing is black. And I just think they're attractive, nice boots. The only logo or branding is on the very back of the heel. I don't know if you can see that. It has the Guess logo and it says Guess. But other than that, and I don't think that's bad at all, they're just a nice pair of black leather boots. Like a 2.5 inch, maybe 3 inch heel. Yeah, I like those a lot. So, oh my gosh, can you guys believe we made it? We did all of the things. I showed you everything. You guys have to comment about my hair. Now, remember that this is a wig, so that it's not going to be, looking this wiggy, obviously, but it's going to be my real hair. But I wanted to sample this out first because this is a big move, you know. Personally, I don't think you make moves like this just on the whim. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of the hair, my trip, the clothes, the end of my Nordstrom things. What else? My bag. I love this bag. Yeah, so just let me know what you guys think of everything. You know, the main thing I want to know about is the hair because my appointment is next week. So I need to know. So yeah, this was our Fashion Friday. It was a long one. I'm sorry about that, you guys. But I had a lot of things I needed to go through. And what took along is telling you about the trip. So anyway, that is it. You guys, thank you for being here. I love you so much. I appreciate you more than you know. And I'm ready to move into the woman I've been trying to become for many years. So here we go. Anyway, you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye, guys.